Good morning, aloha Friday. Another week has passed us. This is Caron B Davis of Caron B Realty International, and good morning. And different talk today. It's 20-year anniversary this year for Caron B Realty in the business, and I've asked Jamie, our marketing director, to ask me some questions, and I can give you some of my philosophies behind why we're still doing very well and helping our clients, and how I've been in business 32 years now, and how every day I'm still excited about getting up. So I thought I'd like to share that with you today. So Jamie, I'll let you take over.
Hi, good morning. I just wanted to start by sharing a quote that I know is really important to you, and it's definitely relevant to everything that we're going to be talking about today with your success and accomplishments. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And marking 20 years in business is certainly a huge accomplishment. So congratulations. You've done so much since you came to Hawaii with a backpack and $1,000 from Australia, and then launched Caron B Realty. So what was it like to travel across the world without your family or a job waiting for you, and just going to a whole new place?
It's called adventurous, Jamie. I was your typical Australian young girl that wanted adventure in my life, and I truly was able to live that in my early 20s.
Yeah, that's incredible. It's definitely a big thing to do. And Hawaii is a beautiful place. And I guess that you fell in love with it since you're still here. What did you do when you first got to Hawaii and for work? And how did you find your way into real estate?
Sure. When I first came to Hawaii, I didn't know anyone. I came back in 1989, and it was very hard to break into the workforce here. Hawaii has a lot of people that come and go, and I was able to get into an administrative job with a very high profile gentleman. But after 6 months, I realized I really wanted to learn. I really wanted to make a career in my life, and it wasn't the right spot. And after interviewing for a few more positions, I actually had worked for a company designing closets, of all things. And I used to walk in and I'd do 30 estimates a day, and I tripled the gentleman's business. And after a while, everyone said, "Oh boy, you should be a realtor." And I went, "Excuse me?" So I interviewed with about 5 different companies, and I was able to work for an amazing company that I truly dear to my heart today. They're no longer here. But it was one of these things that, after working a week in real estate, I thought, oh my God, I haven't sold a home. I haven't helped anyone this week, because I was used to selling so many closet systems. So that's a big reason, as you mentioned, the quote that is really influenced my life is what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. It was my first year I helped 24 families. It was a great challenge, opportunity. I worked, 14, 16-hour days. And that's one of the things today is I do make it look relatively easy. But at the beginning of this business, I major hours in there. And it was very hard to find balance. But working more efficiently was one of my goals, so I could service clients directly.
Sure. And what led you to decide to start your own company?
Well, through this process, I will self-improvement, improving service to clients, creativity. I had so much creativity, and I didn't want anybody to limit that. And I wanted to offer a wow experience to every person that I was helping. I very deeply care for my clients then, and I do now. I didn't want to be held back by anyone or anything. I wanted to offer my clients a higher range of services and wanted to be able to act quickly. And I find with a boutique office, we're able to act quickly for our clients when we need to change. For instance, like even putting an ad in the newspaper for an open house, we'd have to do it 2 weeks before. I wanted to be able to do it on a Friday if we decided the client really wanted to change their mind and put that ad in. So, things like that. And also back then, before I started the company 20 years ago, a lot of people had heavy management in their company, and I wanted to use those dollars towards our clients and invest in our clients in doing better marketing, having more service, having multiple assistants to help us through.
I want to talk about the culture at Caron B Realty. For me, something that I really like is how we get to learn different things, cross training, and certainly with marketing, I've kind of learned a lot about the technical side, the website management and software and all these things, which is pretty cool. But I also like how, we have our specialties and our focuses, and the way that our systems are set up, it allows us to dedicate our time to that so that we can be the best at what we do, which is then the best for the clients. But running through all that is that education that underlies everything. And it's not just go to your CE courses or get a certification once a year. It's an ongoing thing. It's an everyday process. So that's something that I really like. So what is it important to you in building the culture of your company?
Oh, certainly. Well, like you mentioned, I truly believe one agent can't give that client that wow experience. And I think working together, fresh and professional rather than hectic. I see a lot of realtors today just still really running around crazy, and it doesn't allow them that thinking time. Doing is one thing, but you have to take that step back and think through the process for your clients, so you make them right strategy moves, or you can research different marketing or technology methods out there. And one of the activities I love doing with our team is every week we meet, and we do a lot of thought-provoking exercises. Like we'll always say, what's your personal or your professional best thing that happened last week? And I believe how I treat our clients, I treat our team members, is I want to be there professionally and personally for them, and know what's going on personally to a point where if I know there's some family issues, I can come in there and say, how can I help you? And we've always been very proud of our list of vendors. And Jamie, you might want to even talk about how we're constantly updating our vendor list, so we have that. We can't do it all. There's this famous saying right now, it's who, not how. So I constantly ask who can do the best job for our clients, or who can help my team member the best, not necessarily how, because sometimes if you spend too much in the how, you mightn't be the right person. So it's finding the correct person for every job at hand right now. And
Absolutely.
how have you found that with the team?
Yeah, it reminds me on one of the Ask Doug videos, he was going through kind of the number of people that you can work with. And it was like, it could have been as many as 100 different people that of course you never see, might not interact with when you're buying or selling a property, but they all have to be their best. And so, we make sure that we're only working with the people at the top of their game. You got to have the best pictures, of course, and videos, but kind of on the back end, the people who are going to look out for you during the lending process and appraisal, and making improvements to your home before selling and all those things. So yeah, every meeting we go through and we say, is there anybody that we want to add to the vendor list, or is there anybody that we didn't have such a great experience with that we want to remove and not use them again?
And I think that brings us back, Jamie, to I've been a big believer in systems, in running a boutique business. And basically what we do is we have a checklist for everything we do. We're constantly improving, adding, deleting items as we see things come up. And it's very important for us. I mean, every day, the business changes, our client needs change, and we critique everything we do every day. And even after 32 years in the business, I'm always improving. And I love to do that, because I know if you're constantly a learner in life, that everyone around you will benefit from it.
Definitely. I think systems are so important so that we don't have to think about all the little things that, they keep the gears going, and they're done. And so it makes it a lot more efficient. And I think when we were talking, something that you mentioned that's stuck out to me is finding that balance. You mentioned earlier, after working those 14 to 16-hour days, but being able to spend time with your family now, because you're working more efficiently. And so it's kind of like that work smarter, not harder quote that I've heard.
Correct. And, and the benefit of that is, one of the most incredible benefits of what I do and our team does is get to know the most amazing people out there when you're in their lives, buying or selling homes, and such interesting lives. And that's, I love that part of the life, is learning about people more, and also helping multi-generations. I started 32 years ago, so now I'm helping clients' children who've just had babies.
Yeah, wow.
So it's kind of neat to see people through life that way.
Yeah,
Very rewarding, very
seems
rewarding.
there certainly have been a lot of rewarding parts. Um, but with running any business, it doesn't come without challenges. So how do you persevere? How do you grow and get past all the obstacles you face throughout 20 years in your company and 32 years in real estate?
Certainly. Well, it goes beyond, I probably have a PhD in real estate with the amount of seminars I've gone to on the mainland, to Australia, to Europe, to Asia. And, it comes back to some life planning seminars I've gone to. And I study, as you know, I've studied a lot of life coaches out there. And we, here at Caron B Realty International, we work with our agents on having a healthy life cycle wheel, which includes health, business, finances, and 3 or 4 other categories we work on a quarterly, their monthly basis. But the most, get a good night's sleep, exercise, eating well, great support system. Go home, enjoy your family, gratitude, wake up being grateful every day for what we have, brainstorming with other people's, and also having other people help move things ahead. Don't try to do it all yourself. You know, have the vision and have the team that helps you run the vision. That's very important, I found.
Yeah, definitely having multiple people involved, and we can't all be experts at everything, so we have to learn from each other and use the experts in their departments, and that makes everything better.
I mean, I've always been I have a reputation, and I know you've experienced this with me. I'll say, oh, Jamie, can you please go and listen to this video and see if it's something we want to implement? So I have complete trust in my team members. They'll do a briefing for me and we'll go over it. But how would you say, I really put you in there to make some major decisions at times.
It's good. I mean, I did something a couple of weeks ago and it was not beneficial. It was just a sales pitch. And so, but I did take a couple of ideas, we can learn from there, but it was good. So I like that, being able to say, all right, this is good, this is helpful, we'll implement, and the rest of it, not so much.
And I know, your screensaver there is one of our newest listings, and it's one of the most beautiful brochures and videos we've done to date. And with your expertise and my eye for detail, we changed it many, many times to get it the way we wanted. But the penthouse is over 7,400 square feet, indoor, outdoor living, and the maintenance fee is $1,800 a month. So anyone watching this video that's looking for a 1-level penthouse, please let us know, and we'll send you the video. I just thought I'd put that in here since it's so gorgeous we're looking at.
You mentioned earlier that you're now helping the grown-up children of clients you've had, or their next generation families, and you've had some clients since the beginning of Caron B Realty, maybe helped them purchase a home, and now they're ready to sell and they're working with you again. What do you think it is that keeps them coming back, and what do we offer in terms of service and the experience that they just can't get at another company?
Well, I think the thing is that, we constantly are improving and we care, and we're a big advocate for service. I mean, when we have a client, we take it very personally. We don't go and rush off and list zillions of properties. It's a real one-on-one experience for our clients, and we care, and they feel, and they trust. We mentioned the systems that helps us take care of the administration. So really the one-on-one consulting and the market knowledge is huge. I mean, being in the market actively for the last 32 years is huge for, when a client wants to decide if a property is something they want to buy, what's the past history, or for instance, if they're thinking of selling, do they sell the property or should they hold on to it? And we do come from whether a client does business with us now or 10 years down the road, with that kind of attitude. I just believe the trust and the caring is huge right now.
Right. Yeah. What are some of the things that you've seen change throughout your time in real estate, and how are you adapting to it?
Sure. Well, the biggest change, of course, is technology. You know, fax machines used to be the big thing, but now we DocuSign everything. So a client, you know, and then again, our systems, we have instructions for the client on how to use DocuSign. And we also, now they're actually doing notary signing. You know, so what we do is adapt to a lot of the technologies that's you know, become out there. Like you, for instance, now we're using the code, right? The scan code, the
Oh, the
QR
QR
code.
codes, yes.
QR to just put their phone on it and get the brochure or the video. So we're always adapting to what's going on out there. But mind you, we also follow it up with paper because some people aren't technology savvy. So it's actually doubled our work a little bit. So we get the demographics of the client, whether they use their phone or whether they like paper still. So we're very sensitive to what a client or a potential client would prefer to have when it comes to technology.
Right. And I know with technology, sometimes we can get a little carried away and say, oh, we can automate this entirely. Oh, we don't even have to talk to anybody. So how do you make sure that we're still communicating with clients and we're there for them and we don't just, get carried away with the technology?
Well, it's just being accountable, being on that phone every day. I believe phone, text, email, very, very important. I also know, moving forward, we're still going to keep looking at technology on help it, but that one-on-one talking to the client is so important. I know out there right now, a lot of people are using technology to a level where the human experience is not there. That's not who we are. The human experience is really important in our boutique company.
Yeah. So over this past year, with all the changes that have happened, we've certainly made a lot of changes at Caron B Realty International and had to improve a lot of our systems and programs. And so what are you excited about with what we've been doing and the future of the company?
Well, again, new educational opportunities. I'm always looking for ways to look at new things or even revisit old educational courses and get a different meaning out of it. We've got new ways to be involved in the community. Like for instance, we set up a more aggressive food drive. We used to do it once a year. Now we do it every week. Every appointment that one of our agents makes in our boutique company, we donate 10 meals. I believe we best serve our community by doing what we do best, and then we donate from there. And expanding our networking channels. We're constantly working on that, Jamie and I. And our 3 S's that we're living by right now, we're students, we're educators, strategic marketing is huge, and safety protocols, while we're going about our business and our personal life, and being sensitive to people and being safe, very important today.
Great. Well, as always, we have some pictures from Marianne, and she's kind of put together a celebratory little picture slideshow for us. So I will pull that up. All right, so we have our turn here.
Oh, beautiful. It's just amazing what she does with the photos.
I know. It's a white fairy returns to the same nest site year after year.
Gorgeous. Oh, look at that shimmer of the blue and purple below.
Her pictures are incredible.
Background, yeah.
We've got hibiscus. So the hibiscus blooms are short-lived, she writes, but the plants continue to flower year-round in Hawaii. And then we have the North Shore. Winter is big wave season on the North Shore.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I like this next one. She said, sunset is a daily anniversary of the setting sun. And finally, fireworks. Happy 20th anniversary, Caron B Realty, she writes.
Oh, how sweet. Very sweet. She's a sweet lady. And Marianne's been with me for 10 years as a broker. And most of our realtors here have been here between 5 and I think Geraldine's going on 14 years. So yeah,
Wow.
so we're so grateful to have such wonderful people like yourself, Jamie. And
Thank you.
I know yeah, every day we're all learning and growing and enjoying our clients, and that's what matters the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for today.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah.
Aloha
Enjoy
Friday.
your weekend. Aloha Friday. Bye.